You're listening to The Great Game, a Hunter the Reckoning actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios.
Previously on The Great Game, we battled the Hydra guarding the Golden Apples, narrowly avoiding death as the many flatworm heads tried to crush and poison us. The beast was defeated by Aelin conjuring chemical fire and a hail of bullets from Raven, Sloane and Lyra, while Drusilla and I raced through the grove to steal the apples themselves. We made it to the tree and avoided the reach of a lesser Hydra as we stole as many apples as we could carry, then split up. We withdrew going back to the others while I led the Hydra away and lost it in the woods. Reconvened at the burned corpse of Laodon, Sloane tried to bite one of the apples to heal her injuries, and instead of granting immortality, it nearly killed her. Raven was able to pull her back from the other side, but did reveal to the party her inhuman nature in doing so. On the other side, they met Doc Holliday, legendary gunslinger and gambler, and Sloane's adopted father. He warned them about the cult of disease-worshipping vampires who made him sick to get rid of him, and asked that if they made it to the Deadlands again, they tried to seek him out and help him in the city of Stygia. We returned to the beach, worn and bloody, but still alive somehow, and debated how best to be rid of Elminor, that bitch that managed to rope us into this mess. Our many plans unfortunately hit a snag when we found her still in the company of the Hesperides, the nymph guards of the island proper, who were suspicious of this bedraggled and sober group of individuals wandering in from the direction of their grove. Instead of murdering her, the gang partied to build our cover and deflect guilt, while Sloane and Aelin becoming a centre of erratic attention, while Raven and I had a serious talk at a secluded hot spring. I'm a hunter because I want to beat these things, showing that their unfair advantages aren't enough. But I really don't know if I can care for someone that's got such an unearned edge like she does. But that's not important right now. The next morning we rejoined the party and agreed on a destination, New York. Aelin has business there and we have to secure the Black Book, the resting place of the tyrant that we spent all that time a couple of years ago putting away. Before it falls into enemy hands. At least I'm putting this island and that bitch of a princess behind us.
I'm Clara Allison, and I'm playing Aelin Crane, the Inquisitive.
I am Freya. I'll be playing Verena Vale, aka Raven, the Marshal.
I'm Bloodied Porcelain. I'll be playing Sloane Holliday, the Inquisitive.
Hi, I'm Termite, and I'll be playing Echo, the Underground.
And I'm Overthinker. I will be your GM for the evening. While modern legends of the West, like the Earp family and the late Dr. Holliday, excite the imaginations of the world, New York plays host to the changes that will spread across the land. 1890 saw the population of New York, at the time defined as Manhattan and the Bronx, hit nearly 2.7 million. Nellie Bly's journalism of the horrific conditions of the Roosevelt Island Asylum ended the trend of asylum tourism. Carnegie Hall opened its doors in 1891 with Tchaikovsky, and last year hosted Antonin Dvorak's world premiere of the New World Symphony. Ellis Island opened its doors in 1892, bringing nearly 12 million immigrants over the next 67 years. This decade, known as the Gilded Age, will also be one of rapid industrialization, and New York will become the center of the production of electrical goods. Now you stand in cool weather before the mighty Statue of Liberty, currently in her 8th year watching over the jewel of the East Coast. Elminor blinks a few times, suppressing a glow beneath her skin, and smiles around at all of you. Welcome to New York City.
Well, here we are again.
Ellis Island?
Seemed fair. And right, somehow. Thematic.
2 of them are from...
No one's gonna ask any questions, darling. Let's just go.
Well, absolutely. Have fun. It's been a pleasure, Echo. Thank you for everything. But I think you were going that way and I'm going this.
I'm deciding whether or not I try to keep this woman with us. Not keep her with us, but keep her number, essentially.
I will hold out my hand for the map and the compass, and when I have them, I will hand her the second apple.
She nods and probably passes you a leather satchel with the 2 inside.
We'll be in touch.
Possible. Good luck. And try to have some fun.
Darling, we always do.
And in a gust of wind and swirl of leaves, she disappears.
Sloane gives Aelin the most nonplussed look at the line we always do.
She just shrugs. It's been a long week. I don't know what time is anymore.
I'm aware. I died. Come on.
Right.
And she will lead the way to the ferry. Hopefully it's like daytime so we can actually get a ferry.
Yeah. We're gonna go with late afternoon.
Cool. Well, we're here just in time. We should be able to get the final boat back to the mainland.
And all we have to do is check and see if... I just need to check on my apartment.
And this book.
It has a thing in it. I'm not trying to be vague because I want to withhold anything, I promise. It's more that I don't entirely know what it is.
Based on everything we've talked about up till now, I'm not sure that this is something we should be talking about in a public space.
Right.
There are other people waiting for the ferry. Which, real quick, let's get a health and willpower check-in as we assess how the four of you look walking around a corner from a sort of secluded part into the public.
I was just thinking about this. I wish I had asked Elminor to clean us up.
I mean, health-wise, I'm fine. My clothes are fucked. I may actually turn to Raven. Raven, may I borrow your jacket? Because my clothes they're just torn to shreds at this point.
I'm not doing much better, actually.
It is worth noting that Sloane's still wearing the clothes that she was wearing when she was attacked by the vampires, so she is covered in blood. Most of the fabric is either shredded or filled with holes. She's gonna get arrested on public indecency at the rate that this is going.
Yeah.
I don't think I know where my shirt is. I've lost track of it in this game.
I assumed that you put your clothes back on because you took them off like at the beach, so I was assuming that most of your stuff was actually relatively safe and you got dressed after the party.
I haven't had sleeves this whole time. Like, at least from there.
You haven't had sleeves
remember
since
when
they
I was on
burned
fire?
up. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, Aelin, yeah, you're wearing the dress that is sleeveless, but also, like, everything you are wearing under that is disgusting.
Yep.
Raven looks injured, and you did have a tree fall on you,
Yes, it did.
so your outfit is damaged. You look like not far removed from like a car accident at the moment. Echo looks fine. Echo looks how Echo always looks, mysterious and well dressed.
Standing nonchalantly, eating a funnel cake.
Never mind on asking Raven for her jacket. I will turn to Echo. Could I borrow your jacket? Territe, I know you can't actually talk out loud, so if you could just give me the thumbs up, that would be great.
I feel like if I knew we'd look this bad, I would have asked Elminor to clean us up.
We explicitly talked about this last week, about the fact that none of us looked good. Yes, so Echo will give me her jacket, and I will wrap it around myself, which should hide most of the damage. Thankfully, Echo and Sloane are pretty much the same size.
Indeed.
Perhaps we should acquire another outfit.
No.
Or four.
Several. Listen. Let's just go to the apartment and make sure everything there is fine. And I'll, once that's done, hopefully there will be clothes I can borrow from Aelin, and I will go and send a telegram and look in on my financials.
Hold on, I have a way that yes, absolutely, that is what we're going to do. I need to find one of my spirits, and I don't want to spend the time summoning it, so like doing the full ritual, because that is 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Which is my? Can I check with? What's her name?
You're using push to talk, huh?
I'm using push to talk. No, I was trying to find the mage in me who does illusions.
Right. Check that.
Abigail.
Abigail. You like to call up Abigail?
Would you be able to cover us until we get to the apartment?
I could deflect light away and make it so probably.
Well, I guess invisible is better than nothing. Actually, it might be best.
Maybe not on a crowded ferry, but after that.
All right. I guess we're just gonna walk onto the ferry like this, because I don't know what else. That or we go invisible.
Enough of us have high enough charisma, I feel like we'll be fine.
an insane. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, one or two of you give me some get on the ferry rolls.
Okay.
Now, what would that pool be?
Okay, you're gonna have to give us a pool, babe.
Charisma plus persuasion or
Oh,
manipulation if you want to make a thing out of it.
Do they think I'm pretty?
We're gonna say that the older constable, his wide mustache, his oversized hat. I think he sees enough people who are messy and bedraggled that the attractiveness underneath is like just secondary.
Okay, does my perfume count?
You want to use your perfume?
Yeah. Why do you
Okay.
always ask like that?
Well, I can't tell you that. Please roll resolve and composure.
Hold on, fine.
Yeah, because you have to make sure that it actually works. Well, it's as many successes as I have dice, so.
0 successes.
Jesus Christ, Aelin.
0 successes on resolve and composure?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting.
There's no botch though, thank God.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
It just means that the perfume doesn't work. I have charisma out my ass.
Yes.
No, I believe the perfume works regardless because it's an artifact.
No, artifacts artifacts give you a +1 if you don't roll, or if you roll to try and activate it and it doesn't work, and it gives you a +3 if you roll to activate it and it does.
So I have a +1.
Yes.
Yes.
It's also worth noting that if she has the empower thing and fails to activate it, she has to lose a bunch of willpower.
Oh yeah.
I
forgot
don't
about
have
that.
empower though.
Oh, then you don't have to roll at all. It just works. It just gives you the
Except
+1.
that I asked for a roll.
Yeah, OT's doing something else.
Okay.
He didn't actually know the
Okay.
artifact.
Yes, but I'm talking about the thing.
3 successes.
Cool. On 3 successes, he looks at you and is like, okay, weird. And then a hard-eyed individual who looks like they've spent a lot of time outdoors and is also just present and direct. Basically, he looks at Sloane and goes, I can relate to you. I'm going to do you a favor. He quickly sells you a couple tickets that he is allowed to dispense at his discretion and tells you you're going to want to head for the front of the boat as fast as you can.
I will nod and lead the way. I'm not gonna question my good fortune.
All right, the ride takes about an hour. Feel free to chat or we can move with the plot.
I'm happy to jump forward unless somebody has something specific they want to talk about.
Not out here, I don't.
Yeah.
We're showing discretion, OT. Look at us. Character development.
Wild. Never thought I'd see the day.
I'm just seething.
Okay. An hour aboard the ferry gets you back to the mainland, and Aelin, at a certain point out over the water, you begin to feel how deep it is.
I forgot about this.
Yeah. There is a growing perception of the depth of darkness beneath you. Not as bad as when you were on the ocean, but still, for a brief moment, you have sort of an out-of-body experience. You're still seeing through your own eyes, but the sensation is your feet at the bottom of the river, and then further down.
I just sit down where I'm standing.
Oh yeah, the other 3 of you observe Aelin get a little paler and sit, which is interesting because it's pretty much standing room only right now.
You all right, darling?
Yes, just a little seasick.
Do I need to roll to be able to see through that?
I mean, if you want to, I'd.
Up to you, Clara,
She
if
looks
you
like
want a roll.
looks like shit. You don't need to roll. She's clearly sick, but she's not seasick.
Sloane is going to frown a little bit, and with the history that she has had and all of the losses and moments of dread and hopelessness that she has experienced over the last several years, she knows that the worst thing you could possibly do in a situation like that is sit down. So she is going to lean down and slide her arm kind of under one of Aelin's and around her back and haul her back to her feet. Well, you start feeling like that, the best way to do it is to face it on your feet. Sit down, it's giving up any power you got.
It's fine. It'll pass.
All the more reason to stay on your feet. Don't admit defeat if something can't defeat you.
Yeah, that's true. Very quickly, Aelin probably is also going to check on her ghosts, only because maybe it's something that has to do with them.
You look inward and find 10 spirits shaken and getting off the floor.
What happened to you?
Pulled, like chains. Just
Oh.
flat to the floor.
Oh, yes. I had forgotten that was happening.
You get the sharpest look in the world from Amanda.
We'll fix this.
See that you do.
And yeah, she steps out of there and is back with Sloane and just looks like shit.
Cool. By the time you make it to the far shore, you're feeling more yourself again. And good thing you're at the front of the group because everyone is pressing to get off, and you can pick up a brisk pace and be clear of the crowd quickly. Now, where is this apartment?
We're
I
headed
believe
up
you said.
to the Upper West Side.
Excellent. Thinking this will take, perhaps
We can.
on foot. We're looking at like an hour.
Does any of us have money to hail a cab?
I
you
had money
willing
that
to-
I had money that I won in the thing.
God,
And
that was
the-
so long ago. Yes.
Yeah, you won several jeweled items on the boat.
I mean, I assume that there was some cash in there. I bet a jeweled
Yeah.
item.
Yeah, let's say that there is.
Okay. I was just like, do we really have to make it like extra difficult?
My dumbass did try to forget that the West Coast and the East Coast of America use the same kind of money.
They do at this point. Sloane will kind of pat down her pockets, and fish out some very rumpled money. No, I don't have much. Most of what I got in that game was stuff that I'll have to sell, but this should be enough.
Let's get going. I don't want to be out here longer than we have to.
Flag down some sort of a ride.
Okay. Not going to make you roll for that. There are carriages who would like money, and we'll take you where you need to go. Oh, before I forget, you are no longer on a fantastical island or in the presence of a narcissistic archfey, so the desperation drops by 1 and the danger drops by 2,
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
bringing us to 2 and 4 respectively.
It's like the lowest it's been all season.
Well, not all season. It was lower in like episode 1.
when we started
at
somewhere.
1.
What I'm hearing is we're not doing a good job. We need to increase things.
I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Step up.
I would walk into the sea, but I think something wants me to.
I'm gonna throw up.
Okay, you hail a cab. That cuts your trip down to 40 minutes
Excellent.
and more comfortable.
Well, if we're in a carriage, that means the driver is like up front and outside of like the box that we're sitting in. So that gives us a
Yep.
minute. Why don't you tell us what we might anticipate?
Well, the worst of it is going to be that the mages who are after Harry and I are going to have torn the place apart. The worst thing that could happen, I guess, is that we lost that book.
So we are assuming that in the time that we've been gone, they have been there and left if they were going there in the first place.
Yes, it's the best case
And-
scenario is
And if Harry is alive, I assume he would have taken measures to protect himself.
the apartment's warded. If they made it back to the apartment, they would be safe. But if they never made it back, then the wards wouldn't matter.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
Aelin,
Yes.
please roll intelligence plus occult to see how much you know about these wards specifically.
5 successes.
5 successes. Hot damn. Excuse me. Okay. Let's get into that as you arrive. Freshly built French flats have been all the rage in New York as architects tried to introduce European-style living to the middle and upper class. The building is nondescript from the outside, one of several along the block, but carries hints of its fine living dreams with decorative cornices hidden among the brick facade. Within the freshly black and white checkered floor and high ceilings of the lobby insist on lending an upper-class wish to the building's bohemian residents. Here you are, the apartment. A sleepy concierge barely looks up from his newspaper as people pass by, though present enough to offer a sidest of eyes to anyone who might linger too long.
I mean, we're just
do you
breezing
think?
past. I'm walking as
Straight
fast
in?
as I can, just straight in. He's not going to care.
Okay. You guys do get a look, disheveled as you are, but I think, yeah, Aylin's well known. If he knows anyone who lives in this building, it's the celebrity illusionist and the people with him, who are also famous in their own right.
It's crazy that we all just live here separately.
Yeah. Cool. You head up. Too many navigations. There we go. Up several flights of stairs and down a disconcertingly long hallway is the apartment, guarded by a narrow foyer. Aylin, you reach the front door. As you understand, the wards that protect this place would forbid entry to non-humans except the 3 residents without the express permission of one of the 3 residents.
Easy enough.
And forbid entry might include certain consequences.
I think as they approach the door, for Sloane and Echo and Raven, it does feel like that hallway just keeps going. Like, the only reason that you guys stop walking is because Aylin is standing in front of the door, not because you saw the door approach.
Yeah.
And she pulls a key out and like turns and like checks on the 3 of you, realizing that she was just like, oh, I forgot the please be welcome. And she unlocks the door with her key, unless something's changed.
It is occurring to me that I forgot to mention the other 2 members of Raven's party, Lyra and Drew.
Oh yeah, I just kind
Oh
of
my
assumed
God.
they were with us.
I assumed, yeah, that they were with us as well.
I think Lyra volunteers to keep an eye out, and if you'd like, one or both of them can go secure a safe house.
One of them could definitely go and secure. Well, actually, no, both of them should. We shouldn't be separated.
All right, they take off to meet local contacts and find a bolt hole where you guys can take up your positions. By which I mean defensible and hidden.
No, finish the.
Nothing's off the table.
Jesus
Look, last
Christ.
episode ended with an orgy, okay? This is not my fault.
I have to stop being in orgies in these games.
Do you, though? It's kind of on brand.
I don't want that to be my brand.
If Claire is not in an orgy, what is our brand?
Focus, people.
All right. So yeah, you extend the invitation. I think Raven specifically, you did not register arriving at the door or its approach. You were walking down a hall and now you are here, and you may enter. In
And
theory.
inside.
As Aylin like doesn't throw the door open, but like kind of swings in fairly quickly just to get it over with. Does it look like it's fine? Does it look like they turned it over?
Well, I'll finish your description and then I'll get to that. It's larger than one would expect, or perhaps it only feels that way, arranged to seem so. The room is very intentionally decorated with heavy curtains that swallow the windows, turning whatever daylight remains into a suggestion. Lovingly crafted couches, chaises, and chairs offer visitors places to sit and stay. None matching, but all with a kind of unity in their form and color. Everything is black lacquered wood, rich jewel tones, and ornate scrollwork. There's even a well-stocked bar cart and a card table for gaming. The most notable part of the parlor is that other than the entrance that brought you in, there are no visible other doors. Nothing about the parlor asks a visitor to delve further into the apartment. Like the illusionists that live there, the room only wishes you to see exactly what it directs you to look at. However, it has been thoroughly turned over. Your fine furniture is piled, slashed, and overturned in the middle of the room. Shelves pulled down, objects missing. The bar cart overturned for some reason. To say that it is a mess would be a dramatic understatement.
Fuck. Aelin pushes past. Well, she doesn't push past. She got in first. There's a room off to the side of the parlor that is her kind of dressing room / it's her room technically. It's mostly succumbed to clothing and other silly little things.
Mm-hmm.
It's messy when there aren't people looking for things in there, but is it worse? Have they been in it?
Yes.
In a basket, in a basket, like amongst some of other pieces, is just under things like her bloomers and her corsets and all of her other little small clothes, and in a little bag that one would maybe wash things in, or like keep smaller pieces like that in, would be the book.
Any basket has been overturned, anything has been scattered, and everything has been opened.
Is it there?
You find the bag.
Sloane is standing in the doorway of this room and just sort of leaning against the doorway and watching.
Essentially, you saw Aelin dump out her dirty underwear bin, trying to find this thing.
The bin is dumped. The underwear are already everywhere.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. And shit. She's gonna keep digging.
Echo and Raven, I think you recognize the reaction.
Please tell me that the book is here.
I really can't find it. And she holds up the bag, and it was.
You hid the book in what is essentially your underwear drawer.
Technically, it's enchanted. You shouldn't. It had been warded. And she's going to get up and start running to checking the other rooms in the house. There's in the parlor, she throws a curtain open, and you can see there's just the doors behind it, and she's sprints through.
It's the whole house.
Are the wards
Everything
still?
has been turned over and pulled down.
Are any of our wards still in place?
I think if you were to call up Amanda's husband, who specializes in sort of tracking magic, you could trace and try to figure out if there are holes or patches in them. That is a process of an hour.
She's going to check if there are. Well, it doesn't matter.
The door was locked.
The door was locked, and yeah, she's going to check and see if the some of their stuff is needs apparatuses. That was the word I was trying to look for last week too. She's going to, if any of those have been disturbed, because that's an easy way to break it.
I think specifically you find that some of them have been disturbed, others haven't.
Fuck. And Angelo and Harry are not here, I assume.
They are not here. You could do some looking around and see if they have been.
All right, so this is the worst case scenario because we've been gone for so long.
It is worth noting that once she moved out of her bedroom, Sloane went in and started finding pieces that she could borrow. Clothes, I mean.
Wow. Right away.
She was not... Listen, she's barely wearing anything at this point. She's just I need to not be almost naked under this jacket. So...
Tell me how Aelin is feeling seeing her home move 2 years ripped to ribbons.
It's been such a long fucking week. The 2 weeks, it is slowly starting to dawn on her that how bad it is. It started with, okay, she's been running on empty for so long because she's just trying to get back to New York, that it hasn't quite hit that now she is here, and now this is the next thing that's happening, and it's just getting worse. And she keeps cycling because she doesn't know how to be there's so much to be upset about. She doesn't know how to be upset about it anymore. It just goes, it's the tyrant, and then it's Harry, and then it's Angelo, and then it's it's Mr. Brown and his people, and then it's back to then they have the tyrant, and they had to find it. They had to go through all of the, and I don't know Harry, and it just keeps cycling, and like
we describe that as a spiral.
Yeah. It's just, we're having a bad time, friends. And I think she is back in the back, like wherever Sloane is picking through Aylin's like closet, a walk-in closet basically, is as honestly as far as you can get from the bed of the actual bedroom. And Aylin is just standing in the bedroom, and she like has her hands on the wardrobe that they've used to travel through before, and is like it would take clearer thinking for her to remember that she has to like summon one of her ghosts to do any magic. So she's just thrown the door open, is like standing there hoping that they're in there.
You've thrown one door open. You don't need to throw the other open, because when it was ripped open by whoever came in here, it came off.
And yeah, she's just standing in the bedroom, like all of the stuff that they've acquired, because 3 people live in a 2-bedroom house, and it's apartment, and that's still not great. Like, and all she could think about is like, this is why you don't do things like this.
All right.
Aylin.
Actually, I want to check in real quick.
Okay.
With Echo and Raven. Aylin is clearly dealing with the loss of housing in a pretty significant way. Something you guys dealt with 2 years ago? Also, you've been in a tossed apartment. You might have some sense of what to look for.
Yeah, Raven would be looking for clues as she appears to be cleaning up something that was potentially left behind that's definitely out of place. A footprint or dust or something strange, which is saying something considering we're in a 3 Mages apartment, but...
Mm-hmm. The
Also
threshold for
potentially-
strange could be anything.
Potentially
Yeah.
trying to find clues of how long ago they lost life, like how much dust buildup there is,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
For sure. Both of you give me either wits or intelligence plus investigation.
3?
3 and a failed roll from Raven. Let's try it again.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not working.
That's the wrong bot.
I realized that right as I said that.
There it is.
2.
3 and 2. On 2 hits, first thing you can tell is this was definitely done by multiple people. Maybe as many as 6 or 7. Yeah, on 3 hits, Echo, you start putting other things together. For one, you've seen Elminor. Every couple of months, she'd get bored and rearrange furniture, and sometimes she would do it to exert a little bit of her inhumanness, showing off. You don't get that sense from in here. If anyone employed magic here, they didn't do it to, like, ransack the place. Second, looking at some of the things that are gone, there's evidence of Angelo being an artist. Paintings are gone. All of the books, like a couple of things are here that clearly have like financial value. Like, oh yeah, this is nice silver cutlery, untouched. So whoever stole this stuff, and they took quite a bit, they had a purpose. It wasn't money. And I think combining that with the fact that some like magical stuff was taken, disrupting some of the wards, but also not all of it. Like enough of Angelo and Harry's tools are gone to inconvenience them, but again, not all of them. Why would someone take some stuff and not other stuff? That's what you're pulling together, Echo.
They were here for specific things by the looks of stuff.
Like what?
Well, they took a lot of hints in there, but they weren't here for value. Not stuff of value left here. And looks like it was either just regular people that were taking things, or they didn't think it was necessary to expedite the process, as it were. Means they weren't in a hurry.
It's not necessarily true. God damn, the fucking Irish accent. That's not necessarily true. It looks tossed, but how do we know? But the front door was locked. Why would they bother locking it if they weren't supposed to be here? And they were moving in a hurry. This, given that some personal things are missing, but valuables aren't, could be staged. What I would do. Stage it so that anyone who came looking for things thought someone had already been here.
Aelin, Sloan, you may also make an investigation check at this point.
Okay. We're gonna go wits and investigation.
And you may add your desperation, if you wish.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Face that danger again.
Please do.
Jesus.
Well, let's see. I have 4, 7. Oh. I can math, I swear. Ugh, I'm gonna reroll one of those. Or reroll.
Okay.
5. 5 successes.
5 successes. Going over this, no, it was robbed isn't quite the right term, although it's not far off. Because it's true, there was precision, stuff was taken, but the stuff that was taken, the commonality between missing items, and once Sloan pointed out, Echo, this clicks for you too, it is stuff you would need to smuggle or counterfeit antiques or valuables. Whoever robbed this place, whoever took this stuff, may have thought they were preventing criminal smuggling of rare art.
Are any of Aylin's props from her stage shows still here?
Be more specific. Generally, I'm going to say yes.
Okay. It was a more general question. I'm just trying to, because some of the magical tools were gone, but tools in the mage sense is a really broad term that can literally be anything. It can be like a fucking wooden spoon from your kitchen can technically be considered a tool, depending on how you cast. So
these were things like a typewriter or office stuff that a mage might have used to organize their thoughts in preparation to perform an act of magic, but also something that one might use to conduct mundane business.
But there is stuff that was taken that was personal to them, and a lot of valuables that were just left behind.
Personals? A lot of art. Yes. In fact, there is exactly one painting still in the apartment. Of how many paintings do you think Angelo did while he was here?
God, it depends.
Being an avid, I think you had
There's
a couple dozen in the apartment?
Yeah, there's probably a dozen.
Let's bump it up to 2 dozen. And of those, one is half tucked under the bed. Their bed.
What? Yeah. What's left?
Aelin, darling.
Yes.
One of them was a painter. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I only see one painting left, and it's under a bed.
What? Oh no. Do I know what painting's under the bed?
You will if you pull it out.
I'm scared. Yeah, she's going to pull it.
You grab the
Don't do
corner
this to me.
and pull the painting out from under the bed. And the 4 of you get a real clear look
I hate it.
at an Italian vineyard where the 3 of you spent a summer.
Oh.
That's so sweet. OT, you suck.
I know what you thought I was going to do, and I didn't.
I'm offended you didn't.
Sorry.
How many paintings did y'all keep here?
Oh, he made. I guess we only saved probably 2 dozen. He's prolific, unfortunately. A good painter, and she's it's starting to click that she needs to do something other than just wallow. And Aelin, I would like to take kind of an inventory of my apartment. What? I know what was in here. What is gone?
Sure. Still present. Garments. All. Pretty much everything made of cloth. Garments, bedding. The furniture is all still here. Couch cushions have been slashed open for the most part, but not taken.
It's just things that one might be able to use to counterfeit.
It's a lot of office supplies. Houdini's desk has been forcibly pried open, and all the correspondence he might have kept are gone.
That's bad. Why would they just take I'm going to
all
go
the
through
art,
and
all the books.
What?
All the art, all the books gone.
That's so many books.
Yeah. Which really contributes to the theory that this was like multiple people over an extended period of time. To take this much, let alone the search, would have taken a group of 6 or 7 a day, maybe 2. And they wouldn't have been subtle.
It's hard to feel like this is the work of like mages who knew what they were doing and more like feds who were given a terrible tip.
I mean, it sounds to me like someone sent someone in here to grab specific shit.
And then faked the rest of it.
Yeah.
Or didn't fake the rest of it, they just made a fucking mess while they did it.
Well, yeah, that's yeah, sure, that too.
You also know the ward is not nearly as effective on mortals as it is on unmortals, awakened and creatures.
Well, yeah, because I'm not. Jesus Christ! If this is just a mundane robbery, I'm gonna freak out. We have not talked about other major magical things in the apartment. But the tyrant is in there. I know this for sure. Like, who else is like? Can I check on those things? I assume we have either a magical safe, which, or something like what Aylin's underwear bin was.
I think those things that would have been concealed, those enchantments have been breached. You do not find the safe. Instead, you find a hole in the wall, maybe 3 inches larger on all sides than the safe was.
What the fuck?
Again, neighbors would have asked questions while that was happening.
If this is just... Ugh, gods. I'm... That is insane. Sorry, I'm like, did someone cut the safe out of the wall?
Certainly looks like it.
Yes, that is exactly what you see.
What? What?
Can I get an idea what they cut the safe out of the wall with?
I will let you roll. God, you tell me. Wits, intelligence, larceny, or streetwise.
No, I mean...
Intelligence streetwise, probably.
Cool, and you can definitely add your desperation if you wish.
No.
This falls right into the skill set.
Well, we're at 2. Fuck it, I'll do it. 22.
Oh, I'm full.
4 successes. There are good ways to do this, and there are bad ways to do this. In a brick wall, it gets a lot harder, but you'd probably want to get a long bar underneath so that you could chip away the sides and top attachment points over time. And then eventually, if it's bolted, you'll need basically a bolt cutting wire to saw through. It would take you hours to pull something like this off, which is why cracking the safe is pretty much always better, unless you're not good at that. In this case, it looks like that level of subtlety, you could do this in 7 hours without making a bunch of noise. Whoever did it used a bunch of pry bars and sledgehammers, and it probably took them an hour. Multiple people beat the crap out of this wall and yanked this thing out.
Are there any drag marks going away from it, or do they lift it?
That's a good point. Drag marks out the front door.
They
partially covered by the clothes after the fact, but...
What the fuck?
I have a theory.
Oh, yes?
I think your roommates may have paid someone to come in and get what they needed. That's what I would have done if I knew someone was looking for me, but I had things I needed to reclaim or couldn't be bared to be parted with.
So I don't know, but I'm hoping that we've talked about other like where to go before if something happened, but also I can't. It's hard because things didn't start going wrong till very recently.
Yeah, you guys have been comfortably at or near the top of New York Mage Society. I don't think the idea that someone could take you off that pedestal crossed your minds.
Okay.
Although, I'm gonna have you roll for it. I'm gonna have you roll intelligence
Fine.
plus streetwise, and we're gonna need 3 for you to have brought this up to them.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. Yeah. Maybe 6 months into you staying here, you've met Angelo. He's a frequent enough member of the household that it seems kind of inevitable that he's going to move in. How did you broach the subject to Houdini, who's really just having a good time right now? His life is great.
Strangely enough, the issue. Angela's here a lot, yeah?
Oh, yes?
Something I've been thinking about, considering, I need to check the date on something.
Okay.
When did they try Oscar Wilde for being gay?
That's a great question.
Oh, wow. It hasn't
1885.
happened. Yeah, it hasn't happened yet, but, like, it's something that's been on her mind.
Scheduled for next year.
Halen is picking through, is sort of nervously fussing, and just finally says, "The last time I had a living arrangement like this, we were a bit luckier. I think it's possible that we should consider what happens if New York doesn't become safe for us. At least for you and Angelo."
Unsafe for us. I'm concerned about the sleepers, the effects of the law.
Yes.
Well,
I actually don't think it's as much of a criminal conviction here, but people can be people.
well, I've managed to avoid the suspicions thus far, and I intend to keep doing so. Besides, if anyone says they saw something, I just tell them they didn't. Kind of smiles. People see what I want them to see. It's my whole profession. That said, if we were to get out of town, imagine I'll start sounding like a broken record, but I do love Italy. God, the weather is just delightful.
Aelin, I'm looking at, listen, in the background, the rest of the party is chattering about it. Aelin nods, and I think gets enough of the hint. I
All
guess
right.
we can use the closet for that.
Ooh, the closet? The closet is broke open.
Anyway, fuck. Aelin looks at the stupid painting, and I actually assume Harry and Angela's actual valuables are gone.
Many of them. There are some things here that are worth money that were left. That's what
They
tipped
couldn't-
Echo off initially, that there wasn't just a robbery. Somebody came in here with purpose.
They couldn't have left a note or something.
Not if they were trying to make sure that no one else found out that where they were going.
Assuming it was them, they did leave a note. Well, sort of.
And Aelin's looking at the stupid painting. All right. It's all right then. And she straightens, tries to get her brain back together.
Cool. While she's having a flashback and recompiling herself, is there anything the rest of you would do in the apartment?
I'm changing.
Cool.
I have to go send a telegram, and I can't walk into just any telegram office and be looking like this. So,
Question for Aelin then. Are there any masculine fits here?
Nope.
I used to dress like a girl. It's fine.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
none that.
I could
No.
potentially repair clothes.
The ones that I have are so far gone. So far gone.
I
You
mean,
could repair these. It would be a decent amount of effort. Take an hour, maybe more. and also they'd need to be washed.
I'm not worried about it. Wouldn't be the first time in my life I wore a dress or a corset or anything like that.
Raven is handing her outfit to Echo.
I think I have something that will fit you, Raven, if you need it.
Raven is giving her clothes to Echo.
If Echo is willing.
For repair.
Echo's outfit is fine.
No,
Oh, you mean to
no.
fix?
No, to
Yeah.
for repair.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, I'm caught up.
You could see
Like-
if you fit any of the men's trousers.
Well, that covers the pants, but
Yeah, Angelo and Houdini's stuff is here as well.
she'll raid the guys' closets to see if there's anything not too
Amazing.
effeminate.
Cool. Then I'm going to give Clara the opportunity to describe how Raven will be dressed for the next leg of this adventure.
I think the
I'm
most
immediately thinking tweed all the way through, but
wild. No, I mean it's not. They have nice evening clothes, and unfortunately, I think the tailored cut of men's pants at this time means I think some of the nicer higher end stuff would fit you better. Would fit Raven better. So she's sort of in imagine wearing suit pants. And probably one of Aylin's shirtwaists, because that will fit over whatever kind of corsetry you have underneath comfortably and not look that weird. It's messy. It's clearly all doesn't go together. You do sort of look like would you wear your jacket again?
If it could be repaired, yes.
It's sort of the Victorian equivalent of it's either you're really, really doing something interesting with fashion, or it does kind of look like you are doing the walk of shame, the stride of pride.
Or
It's your
you just
jacket.
got all your stuff as a big bulk delivery from the Goodwill.
Yeah, it's your jacket, his pants, a woman's shirt. So I assume your shirt. You could
I
just wear a
honestly think a lot-
skirt.
there's
I
also 6 hits from Echo to
rather
fix
not.
the coat, so it looks good. Great, even.
It's giving George Sand.
George who?
Oh hell yeah! Did I get it right? She was an author. Anyway, just if people ask, it's very European.
Not entirely.
Sloane has the run of Aylin's wardrobe. I think generally they fit the same. They're the same. They're around the same height and
Close enough.
close enough. Aylin's a little taller,
Yeah.
and it's. I mean, I'm not gonna be that mean to you. You know her. You know Aylin's style enough.
Yep. Sloane will. I mean, she's gonna bathe first because she's gross.
Yes, that is an option for everybody. Although there is
She-
one tub, so it'll take longer if you're all taking extensive turns.
She will bathe first, and then she will change into something from Aylin's closet. I'm not super picky. She will probably get the most. Given what she has to go do and the fact that she may be walking into banks to talk business with people, she's probably going to get the nicest, not nice, evening wear nice, but the most well-made stuff she can find. And she will make herself up. And with the exception of the short hair, she looks really good because she used to do this all the time.
Done. Maybe not high society, but definitely upper middle.
Respectable.
Yeah.
It has been a long time since she's worn a proper full-on corset, so she will probably have to have Aylin lace her up in the back, but
I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Okay. I'm Aylin's corsets aren't gonna fit you. I don't know if they're gonna be too big or too small. It doesn't matter. Statistically, a little
she's
too.
pretty curvy, so
Yeah. So yeah. And she'll help you in. It looks smart on you.
it's been a long time. She'll kind of like slick her hair back and like do this thing where it looks like it's in a twist, but it's just that because it's so short, she could just use a couple of pins to make it look like it's twisted in on itself. So it doesn't look like her hair is naturally this short.
Yeah, Aelin will just offer Sloane a hat.
Pop that on top. Well, I feel...
You look pretty.
Thank you. I need to go send a telegraph.
Yes.
On things at home. And if good news has arrived since I've been gone, our money issues won't be issues for long.
Oh?
It's a long story.
I don't think the banks close until 5.
Which is why we should go sooner rather than later.
Fine.
Grab what you need.
Aelin's gonna change. It looks like the lock still works, at least on the door, so once everyone's like ready.
Sloane is gonna grab one thing from the closet. Is when Aelin seems like she is all like, she's dressed and she's packed up. Sloane will go back to the closet and she will pull out a long, fur-lined coat that looks like it has seen better days. Wouldn't want to leave this behind.
I don't really wear it.
And yet you keep it with you, so it means something.
All right.
Unless you want to leave it behind for just anyone to find.
No, I just assumed you'd come back for it.
We don't know if we're going to be able to come back, Talon. You get what you can't bear to be parted with.
And like, strangely enough, for that, you'll this sucks because Sloane's seen this happen before. Aelin basically changes out, like finds a bag and is able to throw like the essentials. It's kind of a little bit of a weird mirror to the night she left, because a startlingly little amount of stuff goes into that bag. And for a second, Aelin considers taking a little, like, there's a cigar box that goes into it, and she has like the tin of the fetters. But like, those are the only things that she really seems to care about that she like would have ensured were in there. Everything else is just like even there's jewelry that she leaves behind. There's like photographs even that, like, I don't know, if Sloane looks at them, probably aren't actually people she cares about. But yeah, all of her, like, Aelin's whole life packs down into like a decently sized, like a small carpet bag if she needs it to.
Sloane kind of eyes that bag hard because she hasn't seen it in years, and then will like force herself to look away.
You guys head out of the apartment. Echo, Raven, anything else before you guys head out into the street?
No, not really. Echo kind of finishes up patching up the coat and hands it back.
Before we head to
be good as new now, more or less.
I greatly appreciate this. Thank you.
Of course.
It means a lot. I do believe that we should ask the doorman if he saw anything. If they move that safe out the front door, someone saw something.
Hell, we have neighbors.
If they would have heard something, whoever took that safe was not particularly quiet about it.
That's correct.
Well, then we might as well ask.
Hey. Down the stairs, and there's young John sitting behind the little bit of a desk, reading the paper. It's getting late, so he's about done with his shift. Glances up and gives you a polite nod, then sees you slowing down and does, watches you. Yeah.
Was someone in my apartment while I was gone?
Miss Crane, which one was yours? That was the,
she gives him the number. Yeah.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
It seems someone's ransacked the place.
Yeah, there was some coppers here maybe a week ago.
Whatever for?
A bunch of them. Puts his hands up. Beats me. I know they was here. They came in. They flashed a warrant in my face. I said, "Hey, man, I just work here." And then they went up. They came back with a bunch of stuff. They were taking boxes out all day. I tried to I sent someone to find you or Mr. Houdini, because his name's on the papers, and said nobody'd seen you. Nobody could find you guys, and even I assume there's some kind of legal representation. Mr. Houdini's an upstanding gentleman. He's probably got somebody to look out for him. Nobody showed up. They took what they wanted. They left.
Huh. If Aelin, if Sloan, I'm translating for Sloan. If it had not just been the most exhausting fucking 2 weeks, Aelin would be so much more upset. But she clearly is just done.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, sorry, miss. Funny thing is, it was like 6 guys from the 43rd, which is weird because we're not in that neighborhood. And then a couple of guys in suits. Real, trim professional types.
Tall. Was one of them very tall?
Nah. I mean, there was a tall guy, but not holds a hand way up.
Clara makes a Miss Piggy sound. Aelin starts having a little bit of one of her lovely little freakouts, and she starts muttering in a language that is made better for swearing than English is.
Sloan is going to take her elbow. I apologize for her. It's been a long day, and I imagine you can, I'm sure you can imagine how upsetting finding her home like that was. We're gonna get her somewhere where she can calm down.
And you just let them in?
She is guiding Aelin away. Do not berate the young man who got flashed a warrant and did what he thought the law required of him.
Fucking cops!
Yes, this is why we're gonna go get you someplace quiet where you can sit a spell.
Raven and Echo, any questions for the young man?
You still have a copy of the warrant?
They didn't exactly no. They didn't give it. They just sort of swung it in my face and said, "This is a warrant. We're going." And there was 12 of them, and I'm, gestures to himself. He is small.
And you said they were from the 43rd?
Yeah, maybe 6 guys with the 43rd, and 4 of these other ones.
You hear in the background.
We didn't hear whatever that was. You got cut off.
Yeah.
She's just screaming "feds" in her own in her own little diatribe.
Could you provide me an address for the 43rd? We would probably need to get in contact with him.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's see. You sort of head south. Stay in actual New York. Just keep heading south till you hit the south end of the island.
Raven, I can get us there. I used to live here. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Very well. We thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah, sure. Sorry I couldn't. Look, when 8 cops say do it, you do it. Unless there's 12 of you or 20. Right?
Completely understandable.
Right. Good luck.
Aelin's gonna let herself be escorted outside.
Sloan is leaning into Aelin and speaking a little low. You need to relax. They came from the wrong borough. And they were accompanied by random men in suits doesn't mean nothing. The fact that they came from the wrong precinct. The fact that they came from the wrong precinct tells me it was just a disguise. And it wasn't a well organized one.
No, well, do we?
First of all, Aelin, roll me charisma plus etiquette, please.
What? While I do that, what is the? Did I get a name from Mr. Brown's men, or do I know it's the Syndicate, or do they have a name yet?
You did not get a name if they have one. You just knew that Brown and Jennings were from DC, and Jennings, the tall one, got vaporized.
2 successes.
2 successes? Cool. The people in the street can stare as much as they want. You are yelling right now, and that's important. You'll be able to tone it down in like a minute or 2, if you want.
It's not going to sound better when I try to explain to Sloan that no, it's the DC... it's the DC... the men from DC who have obviously lied and done something about our apartment and claimed that we were doing something illegal in the apartment.
That's quite possible. Doesn't change the fact that they came from the wrong precinct is a major point. It means that whoever threw this together did it in a hurry because they didn't bother to do their research on which precinct they should be pulling from for local forces.
No,
So yes,
I can't explain it on the street.
It very well could be what you're thinking. It could also still be what we were thinking before. We knew it was going to take a team. And you put a man in a nice enough suit, and he will always look official.
You think it was a team to cover everything up?
I think that if I wanted to recover the things that were most precious to me in my home, and I knew someone was coming looking for me, I would send in people to clear it out for me, and I would make it look like somebody had already tossed the place when they got there.
Sloan, the only way we can check is if we go to Italy, and
we have ways of doing that, but we have other things to worry about first, like getting off the damn street.
Yeah, she like sort of realizes. She's like,
At this point, Echo and Raven join you.
All right, ladies, we're going to the bank first. Get them to send a wire and see how my accounts are doing. See if they'll send out a telegram at the same time. An additional telegram at the same time. She's gonna lead to like, I don't know, probably like whatever I think it was the First National Bank of New York at the time. There were only so many like big banks that like operated and could like hook up with other banks on the other side of the country, so.
Absolutely. At this point, it is starting to get late. So I'm going to have you make a navigation check, and if you beat 3 hits, you can get there without getting lost and basically beat the closing of the doors.
Okay. Is this what, like, wits and streetwise?
Wits streetwise, but also accept intelligence streetwise, and I'll give you an extra dice for having lived in the city.
All right, we're going to do wits and streetwise for me. That is a total of 8 dice. 4 successes, is that enough?
It absolutely is.
Okay.
You're able to head straight there. Yeah. I don't think you have a banker here, but you're able to get somebody's attention, well-dressed as you all appear to be. Unless you're openly sporting weapons.
I think Sloan would have very reluctantly asked Echo to take her guns because what she's wearing doesn't exactly work with the coat. But yeah, given Echo back her jacket and asked her very, very reluctantly to hold the guns for her when they went inside.
Now that we've gotten back to the apartment, Aelin has her sword cane back.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, Echo will carry the guns.
Alright.
And yeah, I will go, and I will ask them to send a telegraph to, I have forgotten the name of the bank in San Francisco at the time. We'll hand wave it, and request a balance amount. And if they are willing to, if they are also willing to provide the service of sending a telegraph at the same time, I would also like to do that so that I can check in on my holdings at home and let them know that I'm not dead.
Okay. I'm going to say that they send the first message requesting a balance amount. Actually, give me a charisma persuasion.
Okay.
You show up, you're well dressed, it's fine, but it's nearly the end of the day, and some people appear to have left already.
I get my pretty dice for this because I'm all cleaned up, right?
Yes, for sure.
3 successes.
The
I'm
man
very
behind the
charming.
counter is clearly looks down his nose at you a little bit for putting him out, sends the message, gets a response back a moment later, glances at it, then looks again, and his whole demeanor changes as he realizes that you have substantially more money than him, and suddenly he's Mr. Helpful.
Of course he is.
I'm just watching this.
He will happily send a telegram anywhere you want.
Given my very high dots in resources, can we say that because I have such a large lovely house and I've done so much business that I have like my own private telegraph service at the house, or at least a standing agreement with like the one in my neighborhood where the second something comes in for me, they send a runner.
I would say that the neighborhood
Okay.
has one, so you can get a
Like a
10
contract.
minutes in bad weather before
Good.
you get a message to or from the house.
Okay. I will send a message that, to sum up, will basically let them know that I'm in New York. Sorry that my arrival home was delayed. Please send any news. And I will inform the gentleman from the bank that we will hear back from them probably within about 20 minutes at the most. And in the meantime, I'm going to make a withdrawal.
He nods enthusiastically and asks how much he would like.
I'm not great at money conversion for the time, but I'm thinking probably the times equivalent of a few thousand.
Okay.
You know,
pull out.
Walking around money.
Yeah, you pull out enough money to, maybe not quite enough money to buy a horse and carriage permanently, but certainly more than you will probably need if you're going to be here for a week living well.
Wow, I'm thinking about the fact that we're going to have to like replace people's clothes. I'm going to need more ammunition.
For sure,
We're going to
for
need
sure.
ways to get around. Like,
Hey,
He's
let's
happy
just
to-
staring.
Yeah, he's happy to count out a fair amount of cash, and the message comes back. They are glad that you're okay. Wyatt dropped by, said to keep an eye out, don't let in visitors, and if he heard from you, he said to tell you that he's okay, and we'll see you soon.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna ask him to send one more message, but we're not gonna have to wait for a reply. I'm just gonna send a message to the telegraph station local to the Earp farm out in California, which is technically a couple hours south of where I live, but just and it's only going to say in New York City. No name, no nothing. He'll know if he's there. He'll know what it is.
Cool. And if he's not, they'll probably know how to get it to him.
Correct. To be real, like if he's not there, Uncle Virgil is, and he would know who it's coming from because I don't think Sloane hardly ever like signs her messages unless they're weird. So.
Mhm. All right. Contact made. Nothing is on fire or falling down on the West Coast. Your mentor, who, again, last time you saw him, he was backlit by a burning saloon, firing flame rounds at undead monsters you learned were real 30 seconds prior.
Yep. Yeah. I'm just thrilled that he's alive. That's the most important thing to me.
Absolutely. And you guys have money now. The evening, it's starting to get dark, but you have as much time or... No, it was morning when you guys teleported, wasn't it? I'm silly.
It was. I was wondering how it got so late. I was just like, weird time stuff because of teleportation.
Fully eyeballed that. Unretconned. So it's now close to noon.
Well, we can go and get some proper clothes. Is anyone hungry?
It's maybe just occurred to Aelin we probably haven't eaten in like 24 hours.
I'm
It's been a bit.
starving.
I'd like to eat something, yeah.
Excellent.
Food
I
does
know.
sound well.
I know a hotel with a very nice restaurant, and I think we all deserve it.
Yeah, other than like wine and cheese, the last time you guys ate was probably Echo before boarding the ship.
Yep. Well, I had an apple.
That's a fun
You had-
of an apple.
You had one bite of one apple.
That
Yes.
killed you, by the way.
Yes, I know, but it also healed me, so it's fine. I got better.
I got better.
You know what I just realized? I technically qualify to be a Euthanatoy right now. I died and came
I mean,
back.
Oh shit, you do.
Sure, but you're not a mage.
Not yet.
Aelin is too gay to do math, and so this whole time is like doing the money math of what has just happened.
If you want to make me like a raw intelligence roll, or
There is a
what would
finance
say?
skill.
There is a finance, yeah.
I
Intelligence
don't
is
have the finance skill.
Can I
Right.
roll intelligence finance? I have a dot in finance. I think that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't have that, so it's a raw intelligence roll as I try to figure this out.
I don't remember why I have
And
a
yet I
dot
did
in
just as well
finance.
as Termite.
I think you see the way that this guy reacts and how quickly and helpfully he doles out a significant sum of money in cash, and realize that if Sloane is asking for that and getting it without so much as a raised eyebrow, it is not so much as 10% of her total wealth.
Not even close.
Yeah.
I
Aelin,
know I lost
your
the
ex-girlfriend
breakup.
is fucking rich.
I know I lost the breakup. I refuse to admit this yet.
You know, that's usually how people react to my parents.
Oh yeah.
Well, it is worth noting. I had a thought and then I lost it. That's what's worth noting.
Raven, you were gonna say something.
No.
All right.
Let's go and get us something to eat in a nice place where we can sit down and relax a bit, and then we can go and get clothes that actually fit all of us. And then hopefully by then we will have heard from Drew and Lyra.
Right.
Thank you for listening to The Great Game. If you enjoy the story, please make sure to subscribe and review wherever you're listening to our podcast. You can find more of our actual plays on our website at www.haldhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/haldhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
All right. We find you in not a fancy restaurant, but a nice restaurant.
Nice hotel restaurant.
There you go.
They always expect people to come in looking a tiny bit disheveled because they just got done traveling, so.
Mm-hmm. And new outfits. Some of you should still bathe, but you're here. What is everybody's meal of choice?
Sloane is going for whatever the best cut of overpriced steak and whatnot is. She goes for it is simultaneously the most simple fare, but the highest quality of simple fare that you could ask for.
All right. Let's go. Echo, what's your meal of choice right now?
She's probably going for the same that Sloane is getting. Probably not quite as fancy, but
I imagine there's kind of probably only one or two types of steak on the menu, but
yeah.
Aelin,
Oh, are you?
it's the first lunch you've had in a little while. What does it look like?
Honestly, it is the same. It is just as simple as it's steak. It's she actually also asked for tea, if they have an herbal tea like peppermint.
All right, Raven, bring it home. Steak?
Y'all are gonna hate this, but she's probably going to ask if there's any stews or soups
Yeah, they can bring you some soup.
or a
Green-
meat pie.
green turtle soup would have been a very common thing to find in a nice restaurant at the time.
Then she'd have green turtle soup.
All right, 3 steaks and a soup coming right up. It occurs to you as you're sitting here, and the events of the last couple days are beginning to percolate, and the walls of survivalism are starting to come down a little bit. Compartmentalization is weakening. First of all, it has been at least a day, probably 2, since you had an actual meal. Second, it is shockingly normal in here. After all the stuff you've seen, normal feels weird. But you've kind of still got objectives. Still got stuff to look into. What's your next move?
Sloane, you wanted to go to San Francisco. We could still go that way.
Well, my money is restored, and according to my staff, everything at home is fine. So I suppose I could spare a couple of days. I would like to get some sleep before we do anything else.
At least a day of rest would be nice now that it's possible that...
We're gonna need time to figure out how those items we were given work before we can use them.
Yes.
I mean, I could get us trips to Italy, but it would take a while.
No, of course, that's why I'm thinking about it. Echo, Raven, where are you... It's occurred to me that this is the first time we've all actually had a non-life-threatening moment to talk.
Can each of you please make a wits and awareness check real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Right after you drop that line? Okay.
He's doing it to scare us.
The soup's poisoned.
4.
Awareness.
Fucking
2.
fuck me.
I also
Yeah,
got
good
2.
soup. That's all I gotta say. It's good soup.
Okay. Sloane,
Yep.
you are the least startled. Aelin, you actually jump in your seat a little bit as the waiter comes up behind you and puts your food on the table.
It's been a long day!
Has a dick move, OT. Thank you.
He nods and smiles.
Could we get some coffee, please? Black.
A moment later, a cart is brought over, and a carafe of coffee, 4 cups, and accoutrement are placed in the middle of the table where you guys can reach and share.
Excellent. Sloan pours herself a cup of coffee and just drinks it black. She just does not care. Doesn't care that it burns. Fine. Reminds her that she's alive and it keeps her awake.
All right, so Echo and Raven, in the time before we ever ended up on a stupid island, did you mention that the Queen had asked you to do something?
Raven did.
Raven's going to look around to make sure that no one is listening in to the conversation first.
I think Sloan would have made it a point to maybe slip the concierge a little bit to put us in the most private nook he could find.
That's
I
smart,
actually
Raven.
think the weather is nice, so most people are dining in an open area. You guys have been put to the back. There's 2 tables between you and the nearest person.
Okay. Yes, actually, the Queen, I'm not sure how Her Majesty found out where we were located, but delivered a letter. In the letter, it stated that all of our crimes would be washed away. We could return to England should we successfully execute 3 individuals that are considered enemies of the crown. One of them you met, the hairless werewolf. The other 2, I am not sure where they are. I also have no idea what their supposed crimes were. I was against doing so without knowing exactly what they were enemies for. Hence why we were going to break into his room aboard the vessel before all hell broke loose.
Right. And so you don't know why he was we might have accidentally executed an enemy of the crown?
No, it was never informed why. And considering how she treated us, for what we failed or had not failed to do, I did not feel it imperative to potentially execute an innocent man.
All right. He did turn into a werewolf and try to kill us.
Like I said, potentially. I was not aware, nor did she state that any of the individuals were supernatural in any way.
Except for the part where that's what we did for her.
I will note that the letter claimed that a doctor in Paris had stolen something and specifically called out the 3rd target as a member of the Inquisition.
Apologies. She would share that information.
Stolen?
Just something. She was very vague.
Well, unfortunately, what was where did the member of the Inquisition live? Or where was he last seen, do we know?
I'm
Don't
looking for the
recall
letter
that
tip.
stated.
That was not stated.
All right. Well, our priorities seem to be threefold, unless Echo, you have a fourth option.
Well, there are a handful of people I'd like to find. Considering that they're, as of my last understanding, on a boat in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and have no idea where I'm at. But I suppose that's not nearly as important.
Well, I'm inclined to think that mine is somewhat important, considering there's potentially well, I don't quite know what the tyrant wants to do once it's released, but I can't imagine it's good things.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's right there in its name.
But it could just be that Harry and Angelo knew where to find it and grabbed it when they left. And the only way I can think of confirming that story is finding them, and we know they're in Italy.
Good.
Right, actually, before we left, you said you knew that you needed to get to Italy, right?
That would be why.
So they were in Italy before that.
Well, sort of. Gods, it has occurred to me how much happened the day before. That was a big day. I had a big day. All right. So, and she like takes just a big breath and is like trying to figure out how to quickly explain everything. Do you remember how Harry was part of the Society of Mages?
Yes, one of them almost got me.
Yes, Tesla. Well, it turns out that men are big fat idiots and some of them have decided to go bad. Well,
Your waiter
honestly,
returns to the table and places 4 glasses of champagne and just says, "On the house," and walks away.
Can I like scan the room and see if someone like paid for this and asked for it not to be said?
Sure. Yeah, what's in awareness?
Okay. 5 successes, that's a critical.
On 5 successes, no one is paying an undue amount of attention to you. You look at the champagne, and then you look at the waiter, who appears to be very polite, and then you look at the 4 of you and realize he looked at these people and thought they could use a drink.
Oh. I will pick up my glass, give him a little salute and a nod, and then I will sip it so that everybody knows that it's fine and safe.
Aelin just seizes one. So when on the day that I ended up in the ocean, one of them decided we were confronted by a pair and they tried to kill me, I think. It all happened very fast.
What?
They certainly tried to kill Harry and Angelo.
Who
but
were in Italy?
They would, yes. And so I was going to go to Italy to meet them and perhaps stop them from getting assassinated. And I got sort of caught and then uncaught, but I was over the ocean. It's hard to explain how this works. The last time I saw them, they were being attacked.
Well, so we've got a book with a tyrant in it, and no one knows exactly what the tyrant is or what it wants. We can just assume based on the name.
We have a rough idea that it's more or less the embodiment of the concept of tyranny.
And it should remain sealed at all times.
And that completes Sloane's sire for the day.
Excellent. We know that last Aelin saw them, Harry and Angelo, were in Italy and being attacked.
Billy's dead. And
I'm apparently being hunted by a cult of vampires who worship, I don't know, disease, who also killed my father. And you were sent to assassinate people for the Queen of England. And you were there to steal a boat. So you're the one person who really fully achieved what they were going for.
That's more or less a running theme with this group.
Hey, and it's entirely accurate, yes. There was a lot, well, I can't even really say that there was a lot less sexual tension, but
What?
we went to a party for 3 years. Do I need to divulge what happened?
No.
Sloan looks nonplussed. Well, I will say, I would like to get back to California. I am willing to give it another day, but I can't really wait much longer than that. I have a clue that I can follow up on, but I can only do it there.
I don't want to keep you from... I don't know. I don't want to keep you from that. I suppose if I can get anywhere once I get to Italy. Frankly, I should be able to get there now.
Well, your inability to keep your volume at a decent level suggests that you're not going anywhere until you sleep.
No, unfortunately, she's always like that.
I'm not always like this.
Let's assume that I've known her longer than you have.
I understand that you
Aelin-
also knew her quite a while ago.
I need sleep. But it doesn't... Perhaps in the morning, at least, I will be able to travel on my own, and then it won't be a problem, and you can follow up on your lead.
I would like to point out, California is a lot closer than Italy.
I would like to point out...
And in the event that you can't make it to Italy on your own, I have the means to get you there.
Yes, you have the map, yeah, right?
Well, we don't know how that works. I was talking about money.
Yes, and that... I will figure out... yes, I will... We can prioritize California. I should see if I can figure out if everything is intact. She's like not entirely sure how to explain what's going on in her. I'm going to need sleep.
We all are. You most of all, though.
Anything else to
Echo.
discuss? Yeah, please continue.
Echo and Raven, are you're welcome to come with me to Italy and see if that's what ends up happening. I don't want to keep you from whatever you're doing. I suppose it would be nice to just be able to go back to England.
At the very least, I need to find out what was stolen by that man in Paris, and Italy is closer than New York. You're not the worst of company.
I would suggest that none of us split off from the others for a while.
Very good way for one of us to get killed.
Well, let's finish our meal, go get a solid night's rest, and in the morning we'll try and figure out how this map and compass thing works. And go shopping. I need my own clothes.
Agree.
All right.
Alright. Lyra and Drusilla join you for some food as well, and then can take you to the safe house they have located.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What are the sleeping arrangements in the safe house?
The safe house is a warehouse used to move stuff that nobody cares about. Right now, it's just like box upon box upon box of fabric. And at the back, in the office, are a couple of cots. It is used as a safe house as opposed to the dozen identical ones in either side because there's a metal patch over a part of the floor that if you pull it up, you can slide down into the very old sewer system and a boat. You can easily be out of here and on the river in 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, convenient that all this fabric is here. Sloan is going to go and grab a couple of bolts and not really care. She is probably messing up someone's stuff. Is gonna roll out a bolt or two and like pile it on top of each other just to have some sort of cushion, and then we'll just go to sleep on the floor.
Right on.
Aelin stubbornly does the same.
You all get the feeling from the way that Sloan lays down. She doesn't really need the padding. She could just lay down on hard like concrete, but she's just like, well, if it's here.
Well, I suppose that means there's cots for the two of us, since they're... Yeah.
I need the space to sprawl.
Right, sure.
Sloan doesn't take up a lot of space, guys.
Yes, but we should definitely take turns on watch.
Well, I suppose I'll go first then. I'm in the best shape here. She looks mildly annoyed, but will take her guns back and sit up and take the first watch.
Apologies.
It is worth noting that when she started to make her own little place to sleep, she did not put it down next to where Aelin lays down.
Oh, absolutely not.
Well, Sloane put hers down first, so did Aelin put hers down next to it.
Pointedly not nearby.
Okay. I was going to say, even if she had, she'd have just moved it.
Cool. Yeah, anything else before you guys pass out?
I think truly Aelin is asleep as you guys are talking about watch.
Yep.
Oh, actually, yeah, before we pass out, I would like to do a medicine check for Raven to at least help a little bit.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, Raven, you got new clothes, like fitting leather breeches and a new shirt, and you already have some blood on the inside of that shirt.
Yeah, that tracks.
How much aggravated damage do you have? Was 3?
2 aggravated, 3 aggravated and lethal are the same, so 3 lethal and 2 superficial.
Cool.
You can convert one of those aggravated to superficial.
I am bleeding less now. Yay!
Mm-hmm. At this point, the external damage is basically treated. You know that you have, like, pardon me for being graphic, you probably have, like, a floating rib right now that's just going to need time, and don't get knocked on your right side anytime soon.
But yeah, that tracks with getting repeatedly beat by a Hydra.
You were crushed by a tree, and then that tree was struck repeatedly by a monster from literal legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, bruises, just abrasions that will go away in time. As you guys turn in, Echo, you have like a bag with you? You keep all your stuff in?
Yeah.
I think as you go in for the, like, a needle and thread, basically, there was a slight glow from the remaining apples. And down you all go. It's an awareness check from Sloane, please, as you take that first watch.
Reroll.
How much willpower do you have now?
3. I am down to... Well, I'm now down to 2 after using that.
Gotcha.
I am mostly okay with that because assuming that we actually get to sleep, I will get that back. So it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are keeping watch. Your eyes are drooping. Like, it's early afternoon, but the waves of tired, especially with a full stomach now, you're like, I ate, I feel good, I feel some approximation of safe. Like, you're trying to stay there, and you're doing okay. Coffee.
I will get up and walk if I have to.
Mm-hmm. At a certain point, your watch comes to an end.
I would probably hand it off to Echo because she was the...
Which is about the time, Echo, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you wake up. Hey, been a while. How you doing? Snake Delaney is grinning down at you.
How did he get in when I got 3 successes?
I gave him forward stealth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've started using the actual mechanics of the game to give enemies difficulties instead of dice pools. The thing he is best at is that, and it's 4. So yeah, Echo, you wake up and Snake Delaney is smiling.
Right, give me one good reason that I don't stab you right now.
It's good to see you too. You're kidding, right? This is like banter. Okay.
Didn't take a great time.
Yeah, no, you all look, I'm sorry, I'll try to keep my voice down. Looks like things have gone a little sideways. Who's this goon you got standing outside?
A new addition to the group.
Dang. She's
Pretty
fit.
sure she's Aelin's ex.
Oh, that's something. I'm gonna be thinking about that. What? Never mind. I didn't say that.
I think you should go tell her that you're going to be thinking about that. See how that goes for you.
He doesn't have to, because Sloan, you have come in to rouse Echo and have heard most of this conversation.
Sloan stepped in, and when she started to hear the conversation, she purposefully shifted to walk a little bit quieter. And when Echo says maybe you should go have that conversation with her, if he moves his head even a little,
I'm not gonna do that.
If he turns his head even a little bit, the barrel of a gun is against the side of it, like the back and the side.
Yeah, he absolutely does. I'm not gonna do that. She seems half turns, feels it, and goes, "Oh, so hi, don't shoot." Echo.
I won't.
Echo, tell her not to shoot. Echo.
Let's go.
Echo, should I shoot him?
Oh, don't shoot him yet.
Yeah, what is this crap? I come in to see an old friend, and I'm like, can I put my hands down?
No, you leave him where I can see him, and you stand up slowly.
This is not the reunion I had envisioned.
It is the one you should have expected, though.
Yeah, probably. So.
Is he standing up?
Yes.
Okay. The gun stays leveled on his head as he stands. Who are you and what are you doing here? How did you find us?
I know the people who know Raven's people. They were looking for a safe house, and they asked around, and I said, hey, I know a place. Who's it for? And they said, I don't know, some British chick, military type. And I said, I bet I know who that is. And then I didn't say that to them because I don't tell people your business. I said, I bet I know a place, and if it's who I think it is, they're solid. And then it was, because I came here and I walked right past you. No offense, but if you're gonna like pace around, like look up, okay? Just like eyes to the ceiling once in a while.
She just slowly pulls the hammer back on the gun.
But honestly, you're very good at your job. It's no big deal. But yeah, I figured it was you guys, and well, these guys. I don't know you. Figured it was these guys, and wanted to.
She's gonna glance at Echo like, are we good? Can I put the gun down, or do I need to keep it on him? She does not entirely know what the deal is, and she doesn't know that she trusts him.
She'll just kind of nod to Sloan. Yeah, he's an old friend.
Sloan will ease off the hammer, and she'll do this little like, kind of without thinking about it, like absent-minded spin thing with the gun, and then it goes back into the holster.
Cool. So we're all friends here, yeah?
Friends is a strong word, and she'll kind of hold out a hand. Sloan Holiday.
Well, Delaney. Max Delaney. Friends call me Snake. Or they used to.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah.
Get a feeling from your frosty reception that you don't have a lot of friends, Snake.
He just sort of nods. Give me an insight check.
Okay. This is my best die pool, so...
I'll also have Echo if you want to do wits and insight on this guy.
3. I don't know that I want to waste a willpower on Snake Delaney.
1.
Yeah, he's bummed about that used to have friends statement. On 3 hits, yeah. Yeah, that's done.
Neither do I. She'll hold out a hand.
He'll shake it. Echo, can I talk to you?
With me?
What?
I mean, no offense, miss, but we've known each other for a while.
Sloan will shrug and look back at Echo. Up to you, darling.
Figured
It is your
something
turn
would
to
my
take.
watch Anyway.
It is your turn to take watch. I'd like to get some sleep. It's been 3 days.
Yeah. She'll kind of nod her head toward the door and walk off.
All right. Sloan will go back over to the little nest thing that she made for herself and go to sleep. Takes off her very feminine hat and puts it over her face like it is a cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, I don't see a certain Fey princess with you.
Yeah, I don't know where she went. I plan on rectifying that at some point, but...
Oh, so you're like, okay.
No. I'm curious what you think.
I think she kicked me off the fucking ship. So if you're like going to find her and you guys are still hanging out, I mean, I'll help you while you're in town, but then it's sayonara, right?
Doing one of those things.
What do you mean?
So she may or may not have decided to take myself and the other 5 of us that you see here and drag us to an island to steal some things for her without telling us what we were taking, where exactly we were going until it was far too late. And she also made us all endanger ourselves for her own personal gain.
Right, because
So
she was
try-
like, yeah.
So trying to find her, yes. Hanging out, not so much.
Well, okay, that's, better. Yeah, fuck her. You know, she's doing all kinds of crazy shit. Frankly,
Also,
it's
like-
about time you all, saw it, I think,
Been trying to find a good reason to get rid of her for 2 years now.
So her, convincing everybody that I was the bad guy that didn't do it for you?
I know you can handle yourself.
Great. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Listen, you know how it goes. It's hard to turn down somebody that offers you the things she was offering.
Yeah.
Consider us
Business.
even.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Hey, if, I've been here for about a year. I've been poking around. If you need anything, you let me know. I got connections to some of the people that, points in, Lyra's direction that she knows, and some people she don't. So,
Actually, I do have a question for you. You would happen to know anything about the people that might have raided Harry Houdini's apartment recently, would you?
we're gonna make a roll about this. And we're gonna use... What's your streetwise?
My streetwise is 3.
Okay. I'm gonna roll 6 on behalf of the people your friends know, or your acquaintances, or that guy you know. Would you add desperation to this as it's criminal underworld?
Yeah.
There's 7 hits on 8 dice.
Damn, that's a Sloan roll.
Hell yeah.
He gets a sly look on his face. He says, do I know about it? Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching those fuckers for a while. So, here's the thing. The feds. Ultimately, feds. They've been knocking over artists and, sort of socialite types. But not like people who make a living being socialites, but like people who make a living and are socialites. Kind of a weird pattern of break-ins, but it's all supposedly strictly legal. They get a couple of cops, all coming out of sort of the financial district, which makes a lot of sense, since it seems like the guys who are bossing the cops around are Secret Service out of DC. Now they deal with money crimes. So apparently all these socialites are doing money crimes. Thing is, nobody in the money crimes world knows a thing about any of them. Like, I know the counterfeiters, and they have never talked to these people.
They're trying to make it look like they're going after counterfeiters.
Yeah, that's basically what's going down.
Wonderful.
It's a smoke screen to go after people for something else. And some of the stuff they take ends up at the precinct, but the good stuff goes somewhere else. You want to see?
Interesting. You know where it goes.
I got suspicions.
Give me a rough idea. Where you think?
Definitely financial district. They pulled from the 43rd because it's the closest to their actual home base. Like, I would say they're not more than 4 or 5 blocks. And there's a lot of big buildings around there that rent space for a kind of thing you don't want to talk about. Also, a couple of, make sort of a fang motion with his fingers.
Oh.
But I don't think that's directly related to this.
It might. What? They could be working together.
You know, maybe not. Which actually brings me to the other thing that I could maybe use your help with.
Seems only fair, given.
Now you guys are busy, you know. I'll come back. We can look into this, or you guys are doing your own thing.
Right. What is it that you need killed?
Well, it's not so much that. It's kind of a long story. I don't have to get into it right now.
Well, now I'm curious.
Make a manipulation or charisma plus persuasion check. Get him to spill whatever it is he brought up and is now being coy about.
Charisma persuasion. Not the best at this. Sure, I'll take 5.
5 successes on 4 dice. You have known how to bully this guy since the moment you laid eyes on him. Okay. I may have started dating somebody and found out at a certain point she was maybe not totally alive, and then things might have gotten complicated, and somebody might have ended up with a stake in their chest and has been in a steamer trunk for 2 weeks. Months. Not weeks. Months. I don't know why I said weeks.
So, what is it that you want my help with, then?
I don't know. What do I do in a situation like this? I really like her, but like, she's gonna be so mad, right?
Probably.
Yeah, maybe you can like, I don't know, talk to her. Woman to woman.
Hey, you're aware of what it is that I do, right?
Maybe make one of your friends do it. I'm just saying, it'd be really great if I could get some help with this. You know, while you're in town.
I'll see if I can convince Aelin to help.
Great, I appreciate that. Yeah, if you need anything from me, you know, you just let me know. I'll be around. I work at a bar down kind of by the docks.
Well, I'll be sure to let you know when I'm trying to kill Elminor.
Oh wait, is that what you were implying?
The fuck did you think I was implying?
I don't listen. I learned a long time ago to stop trying to assume I knew what you were talking about. Okay. Listen, I don't learn a lot, but that I learned. Okay, don't assume I know what you're talking about.
Fair point. Yeah, no,
Thank you. Can I help?
Of course.
Good. Well, fuck. Now I got something to look forward to. I got something to look forward to now. This is great. It's so good to see you. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Drunken sailor. Sort of southish Bronx area. Look me up.
Sounds good. Well, depending on when we get time, we'll swing by about your friend, unless you just want to tell us where to find her.
Under the bar.
Right, then we'll probably be by to talk about her then.
Cool. Hey, good to see you again. Take care of yourself.
You do the same.
And he'll take off.
And Echo will keep watch.
Yeah. It's about 3 or 4 a.m. when you, let's say 5 a.m., when sleep is ready to let go of all of you. You awaken maybe an hour or two before dawn. Everybody gets back willpower equal to their resolve or composure, whichever is better, and I believe also recovers some health.
Superficial health equal to their stamina.
There you go.
Can I have aggravated willpower damage, but can I take a second in the morning and see if I can check in with the blood ghosts?
Absolutely. Yet no willpower thing required. You can just... Actually, unnecessary. You get maybe an hour of true, deep, dark sleep all by yourself, and then you're in the apartment with them.
Yay!
Good news is, everybody getting grabbed by black chains and slammed into the floor brought Gordon out of whatever he was in.
Are you all right?
Extremely dizzy.
I can imagine.
I've been dizzy for hours. I don't know if it's gonna stop, but it's getting better. Glad you're not dead.
Oh, thank you. All right. I assume everyone understands what's going on. What happened? Do we have any idea what's happening with the chains?
I think even in German, you understand the word death.
Well, I hate that. Is there a way... okay, I feel like there's a relationship between the perfume I've been using and that. Is there a role I can do to try to figure that connection out?
Intelligence plus occult. I'm gonna give you a penalty of 2 dice because you have no equipment. There's nothing like, you can't study this. You're just holding it up to the light and seeing if it has undead in it.
What could go wrong?
If you had some magical or scientific equipment, you could do a proper study here, but you're just sort of eyeballing it.
Is it possible to... can I use my desperation on this? How fucked are we?
Yeah, you can absolutely use your desperation on this. You're attempting to gain information about the supernatural. You know this to be supernatural, you just don't know how or why it's doing this.
We have 2 desperation. Danger's at 4.
Ooh.
I hate everything all the time forever.
Hello to 6 successes and a 1 on desperation.
So 6 success if you overreach.
If you overreach.
Friends, I really don't want to do this without, like, with everyone being cool with it.
Well, none of your friends know that you're doing this.
I mean, above table, frankly.
I know, but go ahead.
Above table, I'm fine with it.
Above table, I am loving this.
For 6 successes, I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, that's fine. 6 successes.
Okay. Danger rises to 5, which is
That's
fun
the top of what
for
it thinks
me.
that we can get to. Or what the
Yes,
book thinks we
yes,
can
it
get
is.
to.
Fun for me. Okay. Tell me how you go about examining this.
I'm gonna throw you a little bit of a curveball, and I apologize because we actually hadn't really talked about it in a while.
Cool.
Aelin is looking at the perfume bottle and like smells it, like kind of, and like is holding it up to the light, just trying to think about it, just holding it up to the light in her apartment, in her domain, and kind
so
of.
you're not holding the physical thing. You are in your dream space looking at it?
I think she was looking at it and kind of is like half in and half out.
Ooh, okay.
And she goes, but she like puts it back in her pocket and like goes back to the brownstone and heads upstairs to like her dressing room in her bedroom, where her her dressing area, and in her imaginary dressing area pulls out as she goes into that space, there are like crates and boxes, and it looks like the storage area on a ship. And she's trying to remember as she's digging through these crates and boxes, which are, I don't have the timeline on her, but they're dated from the first, they're dated probably 9 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Maybe, probably earlier. Like if there's food on the crates, or if there's food in something, there's like, when they're shipping. But she finds like other people's things, and in one of them, a trunk that seems to be owned by someone a little more like wealthy. Aelin opens up. Aelin like picks the lock with a hairpin and pulls out the same bottle, and she's trying to see what else is in the trunk in her memory of this thing and how she got it.
Okay. So you stole this originally?
On the boat from Paris to America for the first time.
Interesting. Well, these are certainly the garments of a gentleman. Affluent, stylish, a little older, maybe. Not the gentleman, but his style. I think you specifically find the jacket he liked to wear when he came to see a show. Seeing it with your current understanding, there's a couple of interesting books in here, but it's like trying to read in a dream. Hard to make sense of the words. Something about, no wait, you've seen that one before. I've seen a couple of these before. Some of this is literature about ennui, the inevitable, very French, like meaning of life, meaning of death kind of thing. But there's also a few that don't quite fit. A pretty detailed treatise on the processes of embalming and preserving. And some stuff I think you would recognize from maybe not Houdini's collection specifically, but some of his contemporaries whose houses you visited. The effects of electricity on musculature. You've seen that at Edison's house. He hosts parties sometimes. There are things about this patron. I think you always knew it wasn't good or right on some visceral level. But as you start to recover a lot of memories you've worked very hard to forget, the edges of the picture they show you unquestionably fall into the supernatural and possibly the undead.
In her domain, she is the same, like, 19-year-old girl who, like, jimmied open someone's luggage because she was bored on this trip. And has found the, annoyed that she struck out on books in a language she doesn't know how to read, and menswear and that sort of thing. She grabs as a consolation prize, the only thing that looks interesting in this trunk that Aelin, as she is now, is so annoyed that she didn't look any deeper. And you can hear in the memory someone coming as she, like, very quickly shoves the one thing that looks like fun, like her little consolation prize, into her bodice, and, like, continues moving, like, closes up and heads out.
The Aelin that you are now sees from outside her younger self tuck this thing away, and as she does, notices something she hadn't. Maybe it wasn't there originally, but there is a note attached to this container, and it says, "For Aelin."
Well, that makes just no... Oh, shit. Okay, huh.
Everybody else is waking up too.
Sloane wakes up, looking and feeling much better. Kind of slept like the dead.
Too soon.
Unintended.
Raven wakes up well rested, but still not in the greatest of shape. Possibly
You're down to
Doing great.
Echo's doing great. Raven, you're down to 2 points of lethal only now?
2 points of lethal and 1 superficial.
Gotcha. Okay. Better. Not great.
So about 1 foot in the graves.
Cool. Yeah, what do you guys want to do now? It's like 3 in the morning. I said 5. It's like 5 in the morning.
Oh. Got some news last night. Aelin, I know you'll be heartbroken to hear that you missed this.
What?
Snake decided to pay us a visit.
He either got his head blown off of his trouble.
That's not the first time.
Oh,
More
why
people
didn't
have.
you?
Well, because he might have had some information that I think you'll find useful, unless you don't want to hear about where the people that robbed your apartment might have been
Yes, please.
based. So, he said that they're, unsurprisingly, feds. That they've been going after people on financial crime. Essentially, what they've been doing is they've been going after people, accusing them of, but on the basis that they're counterfeiting things. And they're not counterfeiters. And the actual people in charge of handling all the financial crimes don't seem to know fuck all about it.
That's because the organization that has I don't know what to call them. I guess that the I don't like the word rebels. The assholes who are doing this, they sort of hide in the... They sort of just hide within the American government. And I understand that I sound absolutely insane.
Realize that 2 years ago we were monster hunters that worked for the British government.
Yes, so there's a secret cabal. I can't say it.
Right, regardless, he said that most likely their, at least their base of operations at the time was within 4 or 5 blocks of wherever the headquarters for the 43rd precinct is.
All right.
Oh, also, I may or may not have told him that I talked to you about you talking to his girlfriend and convincing her to not kill him.
Now, why would I do that?
Oh, I didn't think you would. I just told him I'd talk to you about it.
And you have?
We should probably kill her, though.
Why?
Well, she's been staked underneath the bar he's been working at for the past few months.
Aelin rubs her temples with her fingers, just... God damn it.
I had a thought as I was falling asleep. One more reason it might be worth going back to California sooner rather than later. I have a whole library that could be helpful to us.
That's true.
Certainly be useful.
Is that true?
It is. Daddy was a prolific reader, and when he passed, everything he owned that he had left in the world went to me. I never bothered to read any of it because he told me not to. Said I'd just keep it safe until, I don't know, the day came that I could bear to be parted with it and I'd burn it, or Uncle Wyatt would want it, or something like that.
You never read it once?
Nope. As I said, I knew he was unusual, had gifts that other people didn't, and he had made it very clear that if I garnered too much knowledge about the world that he was into, it would find me, and I had no desire. I was busy building a fortune.
We just saw a memory of Aelin breaking into someone's stuff because she was bored. I don't think she quite understands you not doing a thing because you were just told not to do a thing.
At least one person here has some amount of self-control.
Strange.
Considering where we... If you recall, Sloane, I believe the life he was referring to was dealing with the supernatural.
He was a mage, yes.
So, really, our stuff might still be in New York, according to Snake.
Might be. We'd have to figure out where, though.
Well, here's an idea. Lyra and Drew can remain here, take out the area, gather intel, and we can go to California for a while and return.
I suppose.
I'm gonna call for a roll here real quick.
Okay.
I'm thinking investigation or streetwise from, unfortunately, everybody but Sloane.
Oh, God damn it.
Sorry.
Investigation and what?
Intelligence.
Actually, the same roll for me.
Yeah, or streetwise, you can, Aelin and Echo can use their creeds.
Fuck it, I like gambling.
One of us is gonna pop it because I am too.
I haven't gotten to gamble very much. Alright, if I have these ones, we're fucked. Alright, I got 4 successes.
3 success.
Critical success.
Jesus!
Hell
Okay.
yeah. 6
Aelin is
successes,
very
5
well
dice.
rested.
Aelin's well rested and desperate all the
3
time
is
now.
concern. 4 is suspicion. On 6 successes, based on what you know, the book is in the hands of federal agents who do not know what they have and will open it without hesitation, simply because they don't know.
Priority-wise, we do need to get the fucking book.
Well, ideally we can wrap that up within a day.
We just swing by the federal, the financial district, find where they're keeping it, and honestly steal it back, escape to California. Bob's your uncle.
I mean, why not? I have one country wanting me dead. Why not another?
Yeah, remember when I said I would let you guys
OT.
roll before something terrible happened due to the passage of time?
No, I know.
Cool.
I don't want to rob.
I would like to, while they are going back and forth, because this is something we do have to figure out because it may solve our problem, like, immediately. I want to pull out the map and the compass and see if I can start piecing together how this shit works.
Cool. Give me intelligence plus occult.
Okay, I'm definitely using desperation because I don't have a huge die pool if it's intelligence.
Is there
it's
a way I
not
can
awful,
help?
but it's not great.
Is there a way I can help?
You guys are discussing strategy right now and coming to a realization about that literally every moment increases the potential danger.
All right, it's 5 successes.
On 5 successes, You bring out the compass, you bring out the map, you start looking them over. There are several markings on this map that track the phases of the moon, which why would you do that? They match up. The position of the moon at the top of the map is the same size as the compass, and I think you remember what Elminor talked about with the lost meridian. Now, that is just gobbledygook as far as you know, but if there's some sort of fun travel magic at the edge of the map and you put the compass right at the edge of the map so that if those two edges met, it would cross them, is precisely on the full moon.
So this only works on the full moon?
That is certainly a theory.
I'm assuming we don't have any clue what the fucking moon phase is because we slept all night.
On 5
Moon might still be up.
successes, yeah, first of all, it is still dark. It's 5 a.m.
Oh, it's fair. It's fair.
So you can absolutely stick your head out the window and see that moon's pretty close to full. I
Sun
don't
looks
think you can
thoughtful.
get from glancing whether it's waxing or waning, but you would say you're either 3 days early or 3 days late.
Remind me while we are out to buy an almanac.
All right. We are finishing our strategy meeting, I assume, when Sloan figures that out.
Cool.
Unfortunately, and this is to to Echo and Raven. Unfortunately, I promised Sloan I would try to get her back to California as fast as possible if we started in New York.
Well, and
Realistically, if we search today and don't find anything, then we're out of leads, and we're going to California tomorrow anyway. Right?
Right.
might as well. I don't think this will do us any good until nighttime, regardless, anyway. Either it's going to work in 3 days, or we gotta wait 27 or so for it to work again.
Well, in that time, we could probably just catch a train.
Yes. It's only about 5-6 days.
Can you wait that long?
Don't see that I have much of a choice.
I'm gonna assume for plot reasons, Gordon's still out.
No, Gordon's present.
You get really busy.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel great, but
Well, let's start putting together a plan to go, get this book before someone does something stupid with it.
It's a very pointed look at Aelin.
I've done nothing stupid.
I didn't look at Aelin. I'm looking down at the map and annoyed. I feel like I got ripped off being given something that only works once a month.
Aylin's kind of checking in with Gordon on the how hard is it to bring one person somewhere? Bring someone with us?
Well, I mean, you saw how it happened the last time. Though to be
That's
fair,
what I was afraid of.
he was working against us. A
So
willing
if-
individual. I mean, it would be harder, but it's doable.
So if Sloan was... All right.
The problem is, of course, if it doesn't work,
Yes.
that shouldn't happen again. That shouldn't have happened to begin with.
Has that ever happened before?
Not that I'm aware of. That was special.
Horrifying.
Yeah. Well, the circumstances are unique, which I don't know how you've been studying magic we've been talking about this for a while, honestly. So I think you understand that unique magical situations are more common than magical situations that have been encountered before.
Of course. And then, excuse me, and she'll come back to the group. Sloan, there's a final option, but the last time it happened, a man disintegrated.
All right. You would,
I could maybe, translocate you there?
well then I'm in California alone, or maybe with you, and they're here by themselves, and we still don't have the book.
Well, yes.
Which it is apparently imperative that we get.
Unfortunately, yes.
For context, there really we haven't really talked about it. A couple of years ago, a group decided to take that book and try to summon the thing that's in it, and very nearly took control of the entire world.
And it took an army, a small battalion at least, to stop it.
Sloan just kind of lets out a long breath, pinches the bridge of her nose.
No one said
Months
hunting
ago.
would be easy.
a month ago, the most difficult part of my life was waiting on news from my lawyer and making sure that I kept enough cash flowing in to hold over my property until everything got worked out in the court system.
And we'll get you back to that life as soon as we can.
Darling, I don't think that's how this works. I think once you're in it, and there's no going back. That's why Doc told me not to read any of his books.
For people like us, now that we know about things, we're a problem.
Exactly. My Uncle Wyatt, from what I can tell, from what I saw on the night I nearly died, has been doing this a while, it would turn out. And I didn't know.
Well, if possible, at least, once we find the book, there might actually be more information about it in, your father's library.
Perhaps. Alright, so how do we get the book out of the hands of these, feds, then?
Well, first things first, we got to find the building that they were using, or are currently using.
You tell me what Snake said, and I'm sure we can find it. And I'll glance over at Aelin. Between the two of us, we've lived in this city plenty long enough.
4 or 5 blocks, within 4 or 5 blocks of the headquarters, 43rd.
He didn't tell you anything else.
Financial district, that's all you know.
Well, that is...
Warehouse.
He said it was a warehouse in the financial district.
Might not have been a warehouse, but abandoned. The place with big buildings. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know where I am. Well, I know where I am, but...
How did he describe it exactly?
There was a place that people rented out. So these people, a couple of fucking vampires have done it too. So that's also something to be on the lookout for. But didn't seem like he had very much information.
Alright, so it's in the financial district, and it's not a place where people tend to stay permanently, so we can rule out most major businesses and banks.
It's also possible, if we could find the right kind of broker, we could inquire as if we were going to rent out a space ourselves. And that would give us an idea of what's around.
I could do that.
I have one other... I need to send a telegram.
Where do you need to send a telegram to?
Molly.
Oh. She would probably appreciate knowing that you're alive, that's true.
And also, she happens to be one of the best people I know to find things like these.
Well, gonna be a few hours before anywhere's open unless you want to flash an awful lot of money at whoever's running the place to open up in the middle of the night for general use, not just emergencies.
Well, otherwise we just spin our wheels till morning, but I understand.
We can go for a walk.
I'll always go poking around in places, see if I can find anything.
She'll nod at Echo like that's kind of what she was thinking. Go for a walk in the financial district and see what we see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
An aside, there was a big black bird outside most of the night when I was on watch.
Oh, that was a fair point. Raven, where is Lucian?
He's around. Never too far.
Is
Did the bird
Lucian
have-
the big black bird?
With white feathers?
Yes.
Yeah. He was loitering and kept watching me, I don't know, very closely. It was unsettling.
He's
Glad
very
I did not-
intelligent.
Glad I did not shoot him.
Please do not do that.
You still have a grudge against me.
I love him.
Potentially, I actually don't know. It has been 2 years.
I'll peek my head outside. I want to see if Lucian's here.
There is a large black bird sitting about 2 buildings down across the street.
A handsome bird.
Shifts his feet slightly.
Aelin takes her earring off and waves it for Lucian.
There's a contemplative hesitation, and then whoosh, snaps up the earring, does a hard bank right past your ear into the warehouse, and lands on a box overlooking all of you.
That was very complex, I see.
Wouldn't be Lucian without a little bit of superiority. Now would it?
I wish I had a snack for him.
Lucian, this is our new friend Sloane. Watch over her as you do all of us. Please.
Someone will give a respectful nod to the bird.
Please roll charisma plus animal can.
Okay.
I love this boy.
Does he think I'm pretty?
Does he think I'm pretty?
I only have 3
No.
days.
There is exactly one human he thinks is pretty.
Raven?
1.
Yep.
1 success. 1 a complete botch.
He glances at you. Still got that earring in his mouth. And that's it. He's just sitting there watching y'all.
She'll kind of shrug. Yeah, have this look like, don't expect me to give you my jewelry.
He has not been able to talk in the last 2 years, right?
Nope, just the once.
Yep. Okay.
I almost could not remember like the circumstances of him talking, if it was regular, constant or not.
Nope,
It was-
just the Fae party.
Yeah, just the fate
Aw,
party.
man.
Just that time I got turned into a fox.
Yeah.
You were a cute fox, though.
And Snake was a literal snake.
For the record, my favorite episodes.
I do
Oh yeah,
miss.
those were so much fun to listen to. All right.
I do miss when we could talk to him.
I do as
I
well.
don't.
Not been able to. Well,
Echo, that's because you just. That's because you have a rivalry.
he's not too fond of you.
rivalry.
Well, anyways,
Are we going?
Yes.
I'm assuming you want him to keep the earring, Aelin.
I'm not using it. Well, I mean,
Did you wear?
Aelin takes her other earring off and just puts it in her pocket.
All yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you getting? You're not, I think, on the island of Manhattan right now. So you gotta take another ferry.
Or take a bridge.
What is the status of bridges just now? Yeah, no, there's a train car actually.
Yep.
Take the train car.
Yeah, first early mass transit. It's a thing. You have to rouse the driver, but he's like, all right.
People must be headed to work, like,
Oh,
around-
yeah.
like, yeah, laborers.
Oh yeah.
Blue collar folks are on their way to and from.
You are with the first shift. It's like 6 in the morning. As you're coming out, everybody give me wits awareness.
5.
3.
1.
Cool.
One day you'll see something, Freya.
I'm normally good at them. I don't know what's happened recently.
Aelin on 3 hits. There's exactly 1 dock worker, and actually he doesn't look quite appropriately dressed. Like he's just hanging out waiting for work to start. He should be wearing a jacket. It's weird that he's got those big arms just out in the cold air.
Come on. More terrible things.
On 5, Flown,
Uh-huh.
you glance up at Lucian and see him sort of shift back over the edge of a roof. And then a block later, you realize that Lucian has been on Raven's shoulder this whole time.
We are being followed by multiple big black birds.
Or something. You saw a shape that you thought was Lucian, and now you're like, wait, was that even bird shaped?
Okay. I will drop back into place beside Raven specifically. And act like I'm just casually chatting. Kind of got like a pleasant little smile on my face, almost like I'm about to laugh. We are being followed. Thought it was your bird at first, and then I realized he's with you.
Directly behind us.
Above.
Lucian darts upwards into the darkness.
To let us know.
I'm
So-
keeping my eyes peeled regardless. Sloane is staying frosty.
Oh, 100%. Stay frosty. One of us has to.
All right. A minute later, he returns to your shoulder and perches there, and then inclines his head slightly and leans down and starts cleaning his feet, which is not a thing he does when danger is about.
If it's someone following us, I don't think they mean ill intent, but it's not something he casually does when there's danger around. So at least not dangerous.
It's about now that the first rays of sunshine start to crack over the horizon.
Keep that in mind. Sloane does not stop keeping her eyes open, though. She's just like, I want to trust the bird, but it is a bird.
Fair enough. You guys get to the train, hop on board. Yeah, mostly people like half asleep or all asleep, waiting for the car to take them into the city for work. A lot of construction here, a lot of buildings being built, and up and across the river as the sun rises. If someone was following you, they'd have to be in the car to still be following you. Or like climbing under the bridge, maybe, but...
Horrifying. We are going over a body of water again?
Yes, you are. Yeah, you want to roll for it?
Do I have to?
Yes.
Okay, that's new information for me.
She has to. Why would you ask if she wants to?
Because I'm an asshole.
At least he admits it.
Fair. Wait, so I have to?
I would like you to roll, please. Composure and resolve, aka
thanks.
your willpower. Oh no, it's you have a point of aggravated willpower damage, right?
Yeah. Well, so the question is, have I moved closer to finding a cure for the blood ghosts?
No.
It does feel like this is attached to that, so information is... I'll just roll the 3.
Thank you.
4 successes, bitch!
4 successes on 3 dice.
Yes.
What is the...
That is wild.
What is the fortress of emotional fortitude that Aelin is finding to make herself solid for the events of the day?
I'm never telling Sloane I'm dying. Yeah, Aelin is sitting, is sort of, as they're traveling, fully, like, emotionally rebuilding. Like, you've just got to, giving her a little pep talk, like, you've got to lock in, you've got to, we're anything, like, we cannot keep doing this. Like, whatever is happening, we've got to get it together. It's really the, mage equivalent of like when you're really drunk and you go to the bathroom at a party and you're just like, you will not throw up. We're at that level of just willpower. And Aelin has and I think the only person who could see anything weird is like Sloane has seen Aelin like before a show, and it has that vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
And like she's sort of like, because she sees the like body of water like as they're like heading along the bridge, she like peeks in to that dressing room again where it is back to like the storage unit, the storage God, what is it called, whatever, on the boat, and like to that memory of herself opening that like trunk again, and is like desperate for anything to ground herself so she doesn't feel like that weird hit.
I think you see that version of yourself and realize she was doing her best, but she was lost. She could not see the dangers around her. You see them. You've killed several of them. The distance you have come from being somebody that gets taken advantage of is incalculable. You can do this because you're already doing it. You're not going down today. And I can't think of a better sentiment to call it a day on.
Thank you for listening to The Great Game, a Hunter the Reckoning actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. Storytelling for this actual play is provided by Overthinker, Aelin by Clara, Echo by Termite, Raven by Freya. Our intro music is by Francesco D'Andrea. Our art is by Poiji. Editing by Virens.